Did you know that the average commute time here in America today is 20 to 30 minutes? Did you know that over 90% of the people that commute to work every single day hate their commute to work every day? Well, we've been talking about the 5 things that you need to be aware of on your journey, right? Things that you can do for yourself, by yourself, but most importantly, about yourself, right? And the number 4th thing, and we're finishing up this series this week, but the number 4 thing that I said that you need to be aware of on your journey is how do you feel on your way to work, right? How do you feel on your way to work? I asked you to start paying attention to that. When we first kicked this series off, I said, pay attention to how you feel. What is that emotion, right? How do you feel when you're on your way to work, right? And I know some of you took the exercise to the next level. You was even talking about, you was figuring out how do you feel when you're getting ready for work, right? When you getting your hair done, you taking your shower and you brushing your teeth, right? Some of you even went to that extent to tell me how you felt about that, right? So I'm speaking with this young lady named Shanna, right? And what better person for her to be talking to than me, Billionaire Brown, right? We're right in the midst of a series, and I wanted to use Shanna as just a simple example because this is what she told me, right? She said that she loves her job, right? But she hates her commute to work, right? She loves her job, but she hates her commute to work. Does that sound like anybody that you know? Loves her job, but she hates the commute. If you're watching this video right now and you trying to figure out, well, why should I? Why is it important to know how I feel on my way to work? Maybe you're asking yourself that, right? Well, what I'm going to reverse a question back to you is, are you tired of being overworked and underpaid? Right? Are you tired of making that commute to work every single day? Right, just think about it. 30 minutes back and forth to work. That's an hour collectively going and coming. That's an hour of your time that you don't like. I already told y'all this is all a mindset thing, right? This is a mindset thing. You're going to be dreading the work. Some people, as soon as they clock in, they looking at the time counting down, right? Which brings us back to number 4. Now that you have an idea on how you feel when you're on your way to work, right? And this goes the same for those that work at home, like I said in the previous video. This exercise also, how do you feel when you're about to start working, right? We busted the myth that people who work at home, they have precise schedules, right? Just like everybody else. If we say we're going to work from 9 to 12 this day, guess what? We're working from 9 to 12. Right? We don't just do it as a hobby, right? The real people who work at home, we're not doing this as a hobby. So you need to do that exercise too. You work from home. How do you feel? Are you dreading getting your day started? Because when we're talking about observing how do you feel on your way to work, the thing I want you to recognize, and this is sometimes when I make these videos, sometimes I really do it because I got stuff that I need to get off of my chest that I want to share with the world. But the other times when I do it, I feel like, if I don't tell people this, they will never hear it. And they will be wrong for the rest of their lives. Right? So this is why I decided to make these videos. Right? Sometimes if I don't say it, I can't guarantee you somebody else is going to tell you the truth. But here's the thing. If you don't like your commute, if you don't like, if you don't like the process of waking up early, if you don't like the shift that they are giving you at your job, right? If you're overworked and underpaid, I want you to just remember this right here, right? The older that we get, the more you will hear people talking about why get into a relationship. And I don't even understand it, right? I'm 34, but I stopped believing that you just get into relationships with people if you don't have a slight belief that you may marry this person or you may go long term with this person or spend the rest of your lives with this person, right? Some people ain't getting married these days, right? But they're staying connected with each other for a lifetime, right? But whatever the case is, catch this principle, the psychology behind this. Why get into a relationship Why get into a serious relationship with someone if you don't even plan to spend the rest of your life with? And that's what dating and that's what having fun is for. But when you're in a real relationship, why get in it if you don't even see yourself being with that person, right? It's the same thing with your job, and why I asked you to do this exercise. Whatever it is that you're doing, you have a choice to make, one of two choices. Right? When you first wake up in the morning, you are either excited to go after what you got to do for work today, or you dreading it like, oh my gosh, I got to go back into this place again. I can't tell you how many jobs I've had in my career where I would go to work and people would say the same thing year after year after year after year. I'm not going to stay here for the rest of my life. I'm not going to stay here for the rest of my life. And year after year, these people are there and they're dreading going to work. And they're spending 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day at work. Now, if that ain't something to think about, when turn this video off, right? Unsubscribe to this channel. But if that makes some type of sense to you, here's what I want you to do, right? Now that you know how you feel when you getting ready for work, remember, you have the choice, right? You have the choice of making a change, right? For some of you, it may be an immediate change, right? You just may blow up the ships right now, right after this video, right? You're done dreading this job, right? You're done dreading this commute, right? You may take immediate action, but for some of you that are watching this video, it may be something gradual, right? Now that you've realized it through this exercise, now that you realized it, now you're going to put a game plan together, right? You may even go and invest in a life coach or something, right? But you're going to now put a plan together on how you can work out a way where you will be happy getting ready to work, right? I haven't worked in a couple days, right? Been doing some marketing for my book, right? But I can't wait to get back to work. My network marketing, but my work at home business, I can't wait to get back to work today. I can't wait to get back to work. So listen, if you don't have that commute to work, I mean, if you enjoy it and you can see yourself doing it for another 40 years, if it's the commute, if it's the people that's there, if it's the management, you want to keep doing that, go ahead, boo-boo. Go ahead and keep doing that. But for that person that's on the fence and they're unsure, I want you to go ahead and do something about it. Do it today. Do something about it today. Do something about it today. Put your plan together. Quit that whatever you got going on. If you overworked, underpaid, or if you love your job but you hate the commute, maybe go up to the boss and find out if you could do your job working at home. Right? Maybe it won't be all every 7 days that you work, right? But maybe they can make it where it's 2 or 3 days. You will never know until you ask and do something about it. Some of my buddies, they do work at home. They're able to work at their jobs and do work at home 2 out of the 5 or 6 days that they're working. I promise you there's a way. You've identified it. You know how that feeling is. And what I'm telling you, that feeling will never go away until you take action. You've seen older people miserable doing what they're doing. Now they got to do that for the rest of, they believe that they got to do that for the rest of their lives. But I don't want it to be you. Do something about it. If you don't feel good on your way to somewhere you're going to be at for the next 8 hours, listen, do something about it today. This is Billionaire Brown. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. Thank you for going to richbefore30.com, all spelled out, richbefore30.com. Download the Silver Dollar Ebook. Shout out to Les Brown. Shout out to Aaron, the artist. Shout out to Latasha Ledbetter. Shout out to Nicole Banks. Shout out to Zykira Casado. Shout out to Alicia Wells. Right? Shout out to Leon Huff and HDE. Right? Shout out to Ameriplan. Right? Shout out to Network Marketing. Right? These are all people that are excited to get to what they got to get done today. Right? And they have that attitude every day. So shout out to anybody else. Drop me a comment. Let's go. I'm excited. Can't you see it? I'm excited to get back to work, baby. This is your boy, Billionaire Brown. Thank you again for coming to my YouTube channel. We'll be back later this week for the number 5 thing you need to be aware of on your journey. We ain't playing. Like I said before, some of this stuff you hear in these videos is stuff that if I don't tell you, you may never hear it again in your life. Peace.